Good morning, Patreon subscribers and Max's beautiful parents. This video is for you guys. I've been making videos for clients for quite some time now because I think it's a great tool to fall back on life after training in the event that you sort of forget some of the valuable points that we've made throughout the course of this program. The video that you're about to watch is Max at Home Depot. This is his third or fourth trip into public. And I really couldn't reiterate the importance of the continuation of this type of exposure because, again, like I've mentioned before, this type of exposure, this type of experience is the preventative approach. This type of management, these patterns and this familiarization that we're providing for Max is the thing that's going to keep him from becoming a super overly reactive dog. And he's going to be a big giant German Shepherd by the time he's an adult. So if we could familiarize him, if we could show him that all this stuff is just stuff and it's not sort of something he needs to get overly stimulated with, then we're going to have a much better time handling him in public because he's seen it before. It's not like a commodity to him. And that's what happens when you withhold dogs, period. I mean, German Shepherds, they just have the tendency of being psychos anyway, right? So we're really putting our foot forward and going to be doing our best to alleviate any of these tendencies and these bad habits, so to speak. He becomes so familiarized to this stuff that it's just not a thing to him. It's just not a thing to him. He doesn't react, doesn't launch, doesn't this, doesn't that. He's just used to interacting with you, being with you, learning from you. And that's what we're doing. I mean, there's really nothing fancy about this. I'm going to do another voiceover over the top of this video to kind of describe a couple of things, but really the importance is just getting there. I don't see people going, not just getting there, because there's a bunch of people that go to Home Depot with their dogs. Very seldom do I see people there with puppies because everybody does the same thing with puppies. They're like, oh, we're going to wait to train. I'm like, okay, you do that. I'm not waiting. Sorry. I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to wait. That's a topic for another time. But that's the dumb thing to do, if you ask me. Anyway, I'm going to describe a little bit of what I'm doing in the video. It's very simple. It's very basic, but it's extremely important and extremely valuable and extremely effective. Hope you enjoy the video. Thank you for your support. And without further ado, here's Max for about 2.5 minutes at Home Depot. Just being there with me, working with me. I'm allowing curiosity. I'm bringing him back to me. I'm clicking, I'm paying. I'm clicking, I'm paying. I'm clicking, I'm paying him. All while there's a lot happening around him. Okay, here we are. There is nothing fancy about what you're about to see right now. It's me, it's Max. He's on a slip lead. Very, very limited pressure being applied on this slip lead. It's just there as sort of, backup to the backup. I'm not managing him with it. He goes too far that way, he might run into a little tiny correction, but very minimal pressure. So I'm going to try to give you guys a play-by-play, just engaging him with food. I might shape a obedience command, put the food to his face, just like I showed you guys the other day. Throw a piece of food, get him interested, get him, formulate this thing, make it really fun for him. And now you can see you got people walking in. He takes a look at those people, but then he looks right back at me. And he does this all on his own. So I really want to make a point of that. If he looks at something else and then looks back at me on his own, I have to be prepared to give him a reward for that behavior, right? This is called free shaping engagement. You can teach a dog to engage with you with literally no force, no conflict. Okay, and I do believe that you get a better product and a better result when you do it this way because there's no conflict involved. You're making it extremely pleasurable for the dog to learn. And as you can see, he's just laying down, he's engaging with me, there's people behind him, there's sounds happening all around him, and in time, all this shit is going to become very uninteresting to him, and you, with this continued process, are going to become the most interesting place in the building, thing in the building, okay? And that's what we're doing this for. Very specific, very simple, but very effective. Look at this engagement that we're getting. He's actually holding it down. I didn't ask him to stay there. Did you just see the thing go by? And he stayed in the down position. This is a 4-month-old puppy. Voluntarily doing this shit.